Hi, friends. Very good evening. Uh, so we'll continue our last discussion where we ended. In fact, see what all we discussed last time was the definition of leadership, and then why influence is important, and then how we can develop the influence, and influence cannot be solely developed by communication skills. So we had come there. Now today we'll be discussing about a tool which is known as the five level of leadership, which is basically a tool to understand the influence, to develop the influence, and to understand basically how we can develop our leadership at each level. So, no, we will start with the first level. But before that, let me tell you a story. So, there was a priest who was going in a car. He suddenly saw a nun and he offered her a lift. Now, nun got in the car, and since no, she had a bag also with her, so she kept the bag and her tiffin box in front, and she was sitting on the back side. So the tiffin was giving a very good aroma as such. So the father basically you while changing the gear, he tried to grab the tiffin. So the nun said, "Father, remember, no, Pasma 129." So priest basically removed his hand because he did not know what is mentioned there. And then again, no, for changing the gear, he stretched the hand, and then he again he put his hand on the tiffin box. Again, Nun repeated the same sentence. So father really got very embarrassed, and then he basically did not do anything entire way. And then after getting into the church, he took up the Bible and searched that particular stanza, and he found it was mentioned, "Go forth and seek further up, you will find the glory." So the moral of the story is, if you are not well informed about your job, opportunities for advancement will pass right by you. No, so the same thing is basically in our first level. What we are going to discuss is the positional leadership, or level one of the leadership. It is called as positional leadership. Why? Because the person has got in a position to lead the people without developing any real influence with them. So people in the people has to follow such leaders to the extent they have to follow. And no, people don't follow here gladly, or they don't follow on their own. They follow because they have to. They follow because person is in that authority. They follow because person is in that position. They follow because the power person holds because of that particular authority. Okay, so because positions allows a certain power through which person forces his authority. But in real leadership, people follow the leader gladly without any force or power. Real leaders know difference between position and the influence. It is the same difference. What is basically between a manager and a leader. So position is basically a good place to start a leadership journey, but no, you need to progress to the next level. Otherwise, it is a terrible place to stay. And if someone fails to progress, he needs to depend upon the rights of his rights and the power which has been conferred to his position. The position leader always looks for influence and security based on title rather than talent, and he has to rely on their superiors' influence basically rather than on their own influence. And believe me, positional leader. If you are only a positional leader, you can never basically make people follow you beyond your defined authority. So people may follow you for those 6, 7, 8 hours, so in which they stay with you in the office. Beyond that, they'll not follow you. So no, how to enhance your influence at this level? I mean, that is very important because most of us start with the positional level of the leadership, and a lot of us we basically get stuck up there. So the best thing is, first you should know your job description, your role description thoroughly. And then we should always put effort to consistently excel in our job. We should basically try to create a example in front of the people. Always we should do more than expected, and we should take our own responsibility for our growth, for our leadership growth. And then we should learn from every leadership opportunity what we get. And we should basically aware how our team members basically behave in different scenarios. For that we need to talk to them, we need to basically understand them. And never rely on your position or your title to help you. Yes, initial stage maybe, but then it should be because who you are, people should follow you. So that was the level one. Now let us get to level two. Level two basically is known as the permission level, where people whom we are supposed to lead, they give us the permission to lead. Now, so before we go there, let us have one more story. I mean, it is a very relevant story. Uh, there were a couple, basically elderly couple, who were sitting in you know uh, one of the Kingfisher, sorry, I'm saying MACD outlet, in fact. And they had purchased the burger, one burger, one portion of finger fries, and then a drink. And what the old man did was he exactly divided burger into half. He divided the finger fries into half, and then the drink, one sip he used to take, then one sip his wife used to take. So there was a person who was sitting next to him, and he was really surprised ki what is going on. So he thought ki they might be poor, they are not able to afford another burger, and that is why he offered them the help ki, "ठीक है, I'll purchase one more set for you." So the old man said ki, "No boss, not required, we eat this way only, we always share." So he was seeing ki this old man ate his burger, he ate his finger chips also, but the lady was sitting there and just watching him. So this young man could not control himself, and he went and asked the lady, "Ki, ma'am, why you are sitting and watching? Let me purchase a burger for you." So she said, "No, no, no, you don't understand. I'm basically, trying to. I'm basically waiting for my teeth to become free, so that after that I can eat." So the moral is ki before you try to do anything, we should understand what people are, who they are. As Fred Smith says, the leadership is getting people work for you when they are not obliged to do so. And this basically forms the basis of the second level of leadership, that is the permission level of leadership. A permission is always characterized by good relationship, good understanding. We understand them. I mean, we understand the people whom we are leading, they understand us. So, no, but then the thing is, you need to understand first. So, you have to take the pain, you have to take the step to create that relationship. And the best way to define this permission in a leadership is, no one cares how much you know until they care how much you care about them. So that is basically the foundation of this particular leadership. And at this level, the leadership flourishes through connection, through bonding, through relationship, and not by rules, regulations, and authorities. The leaders at this level focus their time, energy on needs and desires of the individuals in their team, and they connect with them, they understand them. And people who are willing or unable to build this kind of solid relationship will sooner or later fail to sustain in leadership also. One no It is a very good saying, in fact, कि one basically can care about a person without leading him, but You cannot lead a person without caring about him. So this level basically is driven on the mutual trust. It increases everyone's energy. At level one, the boss has given you permission to lead. At level two, the people whom we are supposed to lead, they have given us permission to lead. So this is a very powerful combination, in fact. And however, staying at this level makes highly motivated people become very restless. So we have to progress to the next level. Now, how to increase our influence at this particular level? Because till we increase our influence, will not proceed to the next level. So the first is we should always value the person. We should learn to see through his lenses, see through his eyes by asking questions, by taking suggestions, by understanding how he looks at the things. We should care about the person more rather than rules. Include the other person in your journey by shifting your focus from me to we. See, at position leadership, probably a lot of people focus on me. But then at a permission level, we need to focus at we as a team. Then make other person's success your goal. It should not happen like you are focused on only your success. Then probably no, you will never be able to grow your influence at this particular level. And then we need to understand what servant leadership is, and we need to follow those principles also. Then the third level is basically the production level. But before I go, then there is again a story, a very good story. In fact, I was going through this story this morning. So there was a turkey and a bull. And turkey was chatting with bull, "Ki, I would love to be able to get to the top of that tree, but I haven't got the energy." So bull said, "Ki, don't worry. You can no eat some of my droppings. They are full with proteins and the nutrients, so that you will get the energy." So turkey said, "ठीक है," and the turkey pegged in the lump of dung and found it actually gave him enough strength to sit on the first branch, and next time second. Finally, it went to the top of the tree. The moment it went on the top of the tree, there was a farmer who saw the turkey, and then he shot it, and the turkey basically no was dead, in fact, and fell down from the tree. So the moral is, the bullshit might get you to the top, but it will never help you to sustain there. So that is what is basically the fundamental of production level. See, anyone can lead on level one and level two. It is very easy. But level three takes a lot of determination, a lot of control, a lot of hard work. At level three, you need to get the work done. So, so what a leader at level three should do is help the team members so that they can do their job, and in process the entire team's job gets done. So together the team starts producing results, good things starts happening, productivity of the organization increases, moral boost up, and team loyalty increases. Organization with the leader at first three level one, permission sorry position, then permission, and then production. If organization has the leader who are at these three levels, that organization flourishes, that society flourishes, that country flourishes. They start winning, organization starts growing, countries start growing, society starts growing, problems all solved, following leader becomes a fun, and the work environment becomes very high energy. And the pitfall, see, everything has a minus plus. The pitfall here is that most people either slip to relationship level, or they get stuck up to this level of the production. It itself, and they become very stagnant. As a leader, one need to bring result in the combination with the leadership to create a powerful and deadly combination. As a professional, if you are at this particular level, you'd be high in demand across. Your competitor will try to hire you. I mean, across you'd be seen as a successful leader. But the pitfall is key. Your focus would be so highly on the production. Probably you will not you move to the fourth level. So if we need to move to the fourth level, then again, how we should increase our influence? See, end of the day, we can you move from one level to other to other to other only by increasing the influence. So how we can increase the influence at this particular level? First is initiate and accept the responsibility for your own personal growth. Accept the responsibility for your own result as well. Develop accountability for the result, beginning with yourself. Lead by example. Produce results. A lot of time I've seen कि managers or the leaders they say हाँ ठीक है इसको ऐसे 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 कर लो तो नहीं काम होता है because people follow action rather than the words. और आप एक बार किसी को कुछ करके दिखा दोगे ना, he will become very no good at it rather than जब आप उसको verbally guide करते हो. Uh, this reminds me about my career. When I started my career, I was really, I did not know anything about sales as such, and I was struggling a lot. So my manager, at that time, he told me, "Ki Abhishek, you come on a call with me," and then he took me around 2, 3 calls along with him, where I understood how he talks, what he talks, and what are different uh, questions which he answers, he answers, how he develops the relationship. He could have very easily said कि जाके ऐसे 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 बात करो काम हो जाएगा, but I mean that never solves a purpose. So you should always lead by example as a leader, and then help other person and no to give his best contribution. Uh, that again you can always do by giving your own example, by leading by example. So the people at production level, they always lead by example, and once they lead by example, people see the result gets producing, and then they follow the leader, and no, they believe in leader also. So this was basically the third level of leadership, the production level. Now, this level, which I'm going to talk, the fourth level of leadership, that is amazing. You know, that is the leadership where we should thrive to be, we should focus to be. As we all grow and arrive at level three with our team, we basically people start considering us as a fantastic leader, a successful person, a successful leader. But great leaders do much more than only production. The leaders do not become great because of the results they produce, but they become great because of ability to empower others. Success. So, I mean, why we should empower others? See, if you are a leader, then we need to have a successor also. If we don't have a successor, then our leadership is an ultimate failure. So, the level 4 is basically a production reproduction level where you are generating the leaders. So to create anything lasting, sustaining for future, the leader's main responsibility is to develop other people, to help them to reach their potential, and to help them to become leader themselves. This kind of people development leads to the reproduction of leaders. So people development creates multiplying effect. Teams, organizations, society go to a whole new level when leaders begin developing others. Everything starts and falls on leadership. That is what basically I told you in my first session. Everything rises and falls with leadership, and hence having more better leaders is always leads to a better organization, better society, better country. And then people development always creates a loyalty to the leader. People tend to be loyal to a mentor who adds value to their life, who basically helps improve their lives. So if I summarize, on level 1, people has to follow the leader. On level 2, people want to follow the leader. On level 3, people appreciate and admire the leader because of what he has done for the team. And level 4, the team member become loyal to the leader because of what leader has done for him or her personally. And when you help people, you add value to people's life, they become loyal to you, they become no, they follow you, you get connected at the heart level. And when it is so important, believe me, a lot of leaders fail to develop influence on level 4 because they are so for most of them, this level even doesn't exist. They are so occupied with the production. they just fail to realize because their ultimate job as a leader is to develop, empower their team leaders, their team members, in fact. So how we can basically how we can develop or how we can understand that we are basically succeeding as the level 4. The first is we should ask a few questions like, am I passionate about my personal growth? Because always remember, people follow action rather than words. So if I'm growing, then my team members will grow. If I don't grow, my team member will never grow. Then does my growth journey have credibility? If people don't believe a messenger, they will never believe a message also. So we should have a growth, credible growth journey. Then are people attracted to me because of my growth? See, people want to learn from a leader they seeing growing and learning. So if they don't see you grow and learning, they probably will not follow you. Then am I successful in the area where I want to develop others? Obviously, see, you can never give anyone what you don't have. So if you want to develop a leader in certain area, you need to be good in that particular area. Then am I willing to be a vulnerable role model and coach? See, this is, I mean, at this question, I'll take some more time. The reason is a lot of people know, a lot of managers, they basically try to show that they have all the answers. And if they don't have answers, they probably, try to manipulate the things. But believe me, if you are not manipulating and you are very honest with your answer, you need not to become an encyclopedia. No one expects you to have all the answers. So you can be authentic about what you know and what you don't know. And as much, so the people will basically have trust in you, the people will find you credible. Then do I have a teachable way of life? No, the people who are teachable, they are the best teachers. To develop people, we should remain teachable. And in fact, somewhere in some book I've read, you should always teach the things which you are learning rather than what you have learned. Then, you should also ask a question which is very important. Do I, understand what the difference between spending time and investing time? So at level 4, actually, we should be investing our time with the people rather than spending time with the people. So once we are investing the time, it gives us some returns. Returns in not form of personal growth or personal gain, but in forms of the growth of a person with whom we are investing a time as a leader. And then the last and very powerful question is: do the people I develop are successful? See, ultimate goal of a leader developing the people is to create them or to make them successful in their life, transform their lives. So if the people whom we are developing, they are not becoming successful, then there is something which we are lacking. Now, at this level, how we can increase our influence? So the best thing is embrace the idea that people are your most valuable asset. There's nothing which is beyond people. If you have people along with you, you probably can be successful anywhere. And believe me, there's a saying ki one is too small a number to achieve anything great. Then be open and honest about your growth journey. You should never boast about your growth journey. You should never boast ki bhai I'm so great. Let us be very credible. See, no one wants, or basically, no one gets influenced by Superman. Everyone basically connects to an ordinary person who has grown over a time to become extraordinary. Then, no, we should always expose our team members to the leadership opportunities, to growth opportunities, and we should always place the person or our team member to the best place from where they can become successful. So this is what we can do basically for no increasing our influence in at the production level, sorry, at the people development level, or at the reproduction level. Now the last level of the leadership is the pinnacle, and this is highest level and it comes based on your reputation. It is a very rare space to reach. Very few people reach to this stage. Those who have led well, invested in other leaders, and developed them at level 4, and those who have developed influence not only in their team, in their organization, but beyond the time, beyond their lifetime, beyond their country, like Mahatma Gandhi, like Mother Teresa, like Nelson Mandela. These are the people who are at pinnacle. Now, the question is, can everyone reach at this level? Answer is certainly no. Not everyone can reach at this level. But should we give a try? Of absolutely yes. But should we have focus on it? No. Why? Because this level is dependent upon the respect which you have earned because of your efforts you have put from level 1 to level 4, and hence we should always focus on developing ourselves from level 1 to level 4. And if we have done a tremendous job at these 4 levels, probably the fifth level will automatically come. Now, how we should increase our influence at this particular level? See, pinnacle is a level where you have an image which is larger than your life. Okay, here people basically respect you because for what you stand. Okay, so how to I mean to increase the influence here, we should always focus on promise 20% of the people whom we are leading, who are top 20%, who are very promising, who are teachable, who want to grow. Then teach and encourage them to develop other high level leaders. Then leverage your influence to advance the organization. Use your influence beyond your organization also to make a difference to the society. Now there are few no. So these were the level 5 which we can use. So first is a position where people follow is because of our position. The second is uh, a permission where people are glad to follow us on their own because of the relationship. Third is production where people follow is because what we have done for the team. Fourth is reproduction or people development where people follow us because they are loyal to us, where people follow us because what we have added in them and what we have done for him or her. And the fifth level is the pinnacle. There people follow us because for what we stand. Okay. Now, there are certain steps which we need to remember when we are progressing from the level of the leaderships. The first is this particular tool, the 5 level of leadership, can be applied in every and each field of our life, both personal, professional, social, everywhere. And in our life, we are always a different level at each individual person. It cannot happen कि if say I'm at level 3 with one person, I can be at level 3 with other also, I can be level 3 at other. I mean, depends how we influence him, we can be at different levels. And whenever each time we add a level to our relationship with another person, our influence goes up. We never leave behind the previous level once we achieve the new one. The new level is always built over the other over the previous level, and the previous level is never replaced as such. No, if we skip any level and try to speed up the process, we will have to circle back and earn that level anyway for longevity of the relationship. The higher we go up the levels, the longer it takes. Each time we change the job or join new circle or join new group or join new club, no, we have to start from the lowest level and go to the highest level. Once a level is earned, should be maintained. See, there is nothing like forever in a leader. There's nothing permanent. So just as we can add the influence, we can also lose the influence, and it takes less time to lose the influence than to earn it. Okay, so I mean, these are few pitfalls we should always keep into mind, because a leader never arrives. There is always a room at the top, basically. So we should no try to work, try to implement this magnificent tool, basically to enhance our leadership, to enhance our influence. And there is something about the influences. we no everyone in the society influences someone or other, and no one knows basically how much people he is able to influence and to what extent he is able to influence. I'll give you an example of the influence. In fact, no, I was very weak student in history till 8th. Ninth, basically I got a teacher who used to teach history not as a subject. She used to give a very lively examples, taking it from various behaviors of the people sitting in the class, and that influenced me to an extent. I mean, that was the first time I started taking an interest in reading the history. Otherwise, that was a subject I used to think about. अगर मेरे को passing mark मिल गया तो वो बहुत है. So influence is very important. A teacher influence, a good teacher can basically, with her influence or his influence, change the student totally. A good boss with his influence or her influence can change the entire company. So that is why we should always invest in influence to grow our influence, and that is our best investment for tomorrow. So with that, thanks a lot. We will again meet with some other topic. Thanks. Thank you.